Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 12th. You start off with this By the Book card and this Yang Energy card. So for a lot of you, the Yang Energy card can represent a new beginning and starting something new. It's kind of like the Ace of Wands, like it can represent, a passionate new beginning. And so I feel that there could be some sort of passionate new beginning coming into your life here. Again, it is Mercury retrograde, but who cares? I tell people all the time, because people always correct me. They say, how dare you say that I should start something during Mercury retrograde? And I always say to those people, well, tarot, astrology, it's not a prison sentence. You are in control of your own life, and astrology doesn't control your life. I think it's, again, loose guidance at best. And, what I would say to you is, get started on something. Who cares if it's retrograde? Like, yes, maybe you will make mistakes, but mistakes are a good thing. This isn't school, right? We're not in school anymore. No one is grading us on the test. So who cares if you mess things up? You can fix it. And the thing about Mercury retrograde is you can fix your mistakes like 10 times faster anyway. And you learn from your mistakes about like 10 times better as well during Mercury retrograde. So I say get started on your projects or whatever you're working on. Based off this reading, you could be working on something old as well. Like again, Mercury retrograde is a great time for revisiting projects and kind of reinventing them or changing them in some way. You have the Three of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles in your current general energies. I'm just getting like hoping for more on this Three of Wands. Those are the words that I'm kind of getting here. I feel like some of you are just like hoping for more out of life. And, I feel that it's also like very general. It's like that Yang Energy card, I feel, could be saying that you're looking for inspiration, or you're looking for, desire. You're looking to do things in life that you desire to do, or, you're looking for more excitement. You also have the Ace of Swords and the Sun. And the Sun, Aries, is all about, you. It's especially showing up in the good stuff, which means, it's shining a light on you. So you could be getting more attention at this time, or there could be like a lot of, happiness and good things coming in for you. So the Three of Wands, I feel, just like hoping for more. The Five of Pentacles says that you don't have it yet. So, Five of Pentacles is like feeling like you don't have the more, right? You don't have the things that you want and desire. The Five of Pentacles says you need to make sure that you don't call attention to your weaknesses, and wants you to double down on your strengths. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to double down on the things that you're good at, because if you do that, you will get better and bigger and better things in your life. So the Five of Pentacles is all about kind of like doubling down energy and doubling down on the things that you are good at. The Five of Pentacles can also, this right here, it's like an anchor right here in the window. And so the Five of Pentacles can say that you are feeling stuck or trapped. But the Five of Pentacles says there are a lot of solutions to the things that you're dealing with. You even have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is like something new. But the Page of Pentacles really is a card of studiousness and learning. And so for a lot of you, if you are feeling trapped or stuck in any area of your life, the Page of Pentacles says if you learn as much as you can, then you will find success. And again, it is clearly a very good time for you, Aries, to learn. I think it would be a good time for you to learn new habits as well. We go Devil to the Ace of Swords here. And so the Devil, of course, can represent like toxic energy or toxic vibes, but we go to the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is the truth, or cutting things out. So I think that clearing out any bad habits could be a good idea. Even going this way, we go down to the Hermit, and the Hermit isn't necessarily like a card of, cutting out bad habits or whatever, but it kind of is. He's had to go through a dark night of the soul to get to the top of that mountain there, so he's had to go through a difficult journey. And again, sometimes ending a habit can be very, very difficult, right? It can be a challenge. So, it's like I have one cheat day and it turns into a cheat 3 months, right? So it's like one of those things. I think that we really have to work very hard to maintain our habits, and that's what this reading is saying. With the Three of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I kind of feel that as well, that, there might be something that you have to walk away from to live the life that you truly desire. The Ace of Swords literally says that. The Ace of Swords can represent a sacrifice. Yeah, there's a palm frond on one side, olive branch on the other. The palm fronds in the tarot can represent a sacrifice. Olive branch is like an offer of peace, but it can also represent just abundance. So, that Ace of Swords is coming up in an important position in the reading. And I do feel like some of you are, again, either cutting out habits or, just, it could be anything. The devil could be people, places, or things that are toxic. But again, I think the word toxic gets a little bit too much attention, right? And so it doesn't have to be toxic as in like something that is like super bad. It could be something that is just like stealing energy or something that is wasting your time. And I think this is saying you need to pay attention to those things and, cut them out. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, I would definitely be careful of any like liars in your life or anyone that you think you are lying, that you think is lying. I almost just called you a liar, Aries. But again, if you feel like a person is a liar, then I think they probably are lying about something. It's like I always say, every Monday I go live with the lovely Bonnie on Instagram, and we answer questions. And people ask all the time, like, is my ex cheating on me? Or is my person cheating on me? They're doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter if they are or they aren't. Because, chances are you're asking the question because you feel like something is off, right? So what I would do is I would open your mouth and communicate with that person and say something is off, something isn't right. But, typically I find that, we feel that way because there is something going on, whether it's cheating or otherwise, right? And so I think that this is saying you need to like trust your feelings more. And I'm not saying someone's cheating on you. That's not what I'm getting at. I feel like this is talking about just people in general. Like people can lie to you in work. People can lie to you in business. And, I think entering into the time of Aquarius, we have Pluto going into Aquarius in November. We really need to pay attention to the truth, but we also need to pay attention to our own truth. And I think that's like an easier way to do it, is to pay attention to your own truth, because usually if you feel like something is off, there's a misalignment between your truth and their truth. And so you might as well leave in the first place, right? And so it's like, I think we can stop doing this whole like circle thing, and we can avoid it in the first place by just paying attention to what our truth is. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords. Yes, a lot of clarity during this Mercury retrograde. So again, I think everybody thinks Mercury retrograde is a confusing time, but Mercury retrograde is an amazing time for getting clarity on past situations or even your current situation as well. And of course, during the retrograde, we have to work to do this. So we have to like do research. We have to look into things. We have to process things during Mercury retrograde. But if we do that, we can gain a lot of clarity, or we can gain like new understandings on the things that are going on in our life. And it definitely seems to be a retrograde that is kind of really bringing a lot of clarity for a lot of people. You have this Triceratops card. This is coming up in the area of what's coming in for you. It says setting boundaries, standing proud, and using your sacred voice. You have this mongoose. It says self-assertiveness, genuineness, and candidness. Again, the truth, right? Someone who is candid and genuine, they are truthful. So I think you are kind of like a little bit of a lie detector during this time. And again, you could be catching someone a lie, or you could be kind of like seeing something where you're like, oh, this person is lying to me. And, again, I don't really see this as a good or a bad thing. Like in my head, it's just popping into my head as now to avoid this person, right? It's like not good or bad. You don't have to, create a bunch of drama or something like that. But again, if you are, thinking, oh, this person doesn't seem right, and it doesn't even have to be love. This could be in work or business, or maybe it's someone you're thinking about hiring or whatever. Again, I kind of feel that the whole, most of the reading is saying, pay attention to what you're seeing. Queen of Swords, clarity. You have the sun. The sun shines a light on things you need to pay attention to. So there is a little bit of a warning in this reading, but overall it's a very good reading, but I would just pay attention. You have the Justice card here. I think with this, the Ace of Swords and the Sun, that your only focus, not even just this week, but for the entire month, should be, kind of creating more balance. The Ace of Swords is a card of balance. The Justice card, of course, is a card of balance and taking a neutral perspective in life. You have the Devil. The Devil can, of course, represent toxic energy or toxic vibes, but I kind of feel going in this direction here to the Ace of Swords that you are clearly cutting something out that has been toxic, or you are cutting something out that was toxic in your life, and, of course, that could be a good thing. You have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands can represent like conflict or competition. So I feel for a lot of you, that you have been experiencing some sort of conflict in your life, but now you're bringing balance to it with the Justice card. I actually feel pretty good about the Justice card with this. I almost feel like this is like some sort of inner conflict that you've been having with yourself, and it could be about anything. The other good news is that you have the Hermit right here. And so this is kind of saying to me that you have maybe had some sort of inner conflict that you've been dealing with. And it could be about anything. With the Three of Wands, it could be about whether or not to like walk away from a person with the Eight of Cups, or maybe you've been trying to make a decision in work or business. And I feel like you could finally be, by the end of the month, even though this is a weekly reading, yes, I understand that. But I kind of feel like by the end of the month, you might be gaining a lot of clarity on what your next step should be with that Hermit card. So I feel pretty good about this. With the Justice card, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about freedom. And, yeah, sure, could represent marriage. Yes, sure, some of you could be dealing with a divorce. But, I think that the more important thing here is that you are setting yourself free and that you are completing one stage of your life and going to the next. I think the past, 20 readings I've done for you, Aries, have been about this kind of transition that you seem to be going through, where, again, you're going from, one stage to the next stage. And a lot of this probably has to do with your inner truth because of this right here, Sun in the Ace of Swords. This would really say that you are more focusing on your own needs, your own wants and desires, and because you're focusing on yourself, you're actually getting what you want. With the Devil card, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you work on a toxic situation, it's never going to get better, right? So I feel for a lot of you, this could be you deciding to cut your losses on something that is toxic or something that has caused a lot of problems in your life. I also feel that some of you are more focused maybe on working on yourself. The Eight of Pentacles is a very good card. It can represent material success on the horizon. So it can say that there's more money or more abundance coming in for you in the future. But it is one of the cards that I personally consider a card of working on yourself. The Strength card is another one, but Eight of Pentacles can be a personal development type card. With the Five of Wands, you have the Four of Cups. This is not settling energy, whenever you have the Five of Wands with the Four of Cups showing up, the Five of Wands is conflict. And, it's my parents used to say to me when I was a kid, if I couldn't make a decision on what I wanted, they used to always say to me, if you can't make a decision, then the answer is probably no. It used to drive me nuts, but now as an adult, it's very helpful, right? So sometimes I think if we can't make a decision, that it's best not to settle. Again, if you're settling in love or if you're settling in business, you're basically telling the universe that you deserve less, right? But when we don't settle and we're willing to be alone, or we're willing to work harder to make something else happen in our life, then we're telling the universe we deserve better. And so I kind of feel this right here is you saying that you deserve better. We even go up to the Four of Cups to the Sun. So it's kind of saying, by not settling, you are going to get what you want. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have a Solitude card. It says retreating into your private world to find answers. It says achieving great things will be hard and come with some lonely episodes. I just said that you might have to be alone, right? You have this Laborer card. It says your hard work will be rewarded soon. Keep at it. Yeah, definitely keep going. I think the whole entire reading has a little bit of this energy of needing to keep working on whatever you're working on and needing to see something through to the end. You even have the Hermit. Again, you go from the Three of Wands, the Devil, to the Hermit. So I feel for a lot of you that it's encouraging you to keep kind of moving forward. You have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Hermit. I'm wondering if you are wondering if something is going to be a victory or if you're going to have a victory, right? It's the Ace of Swords is above the mountains and the Hermit is standing at the top of a mountain. So I feel like some of you are it's almost like you're waiting for, I don't want to say you're waiting for a victory because I feel like you're working towards this, but it's you're wondering if something is going to be worth it. Is it worth it? Is it going to be worth it to do all this work? Or is it going to be worth it to make some sacrifices in my life right now? And I feel like the answer is clearly yes, it will be worth it. Maybe what's stopping you is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups says you've been disappointed in the past here. He has these three cups and he's not really accepting this fourth cup into his life because, again, he has been disappointed many times in the past. So I feel like you need to kind of like let go of past disappointments. I feel like you are. Again, I think that the Hermit is really saying that you are putting in the work, you are climbing to the top of the mountain, and you are shining your inner light. So it's like, yeah, there is happiness and good stuff coming in for you, but it's like sometimes we make sacrifices and we just have to wonder, like, is it all worth it? Is it even worth the sacrifice of, the time or the energy or the effort? And so I kind of feel that there will be a victory in the future and it is worth it. Yes, are you kidding? With the Ace of Swords, you have the Empress. Total abundance, total success. So I think this is what you're heading towards is, abundance and success. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. And obviously, if you've been sitting on the couch for the past 20 years, nothing is going to happen for you. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but I do. So again, you're going to have to do something. And for those of you, and by the way, I'm not picking on people that have wasted a bunch of time. I've been there. So again, if you haven't been doing anything or haven't been taking, big risks over the last 20 years, it's like you can still start now and you can still make something happen. You are not behind. So, I think that for a lot of you, this is saying, like, if you're thinking about, starting that business or doing something hard, now would be the time to do it. With the Four of Cups, you have the Five of Pentacles. Where do we see this? Oh, yeah, in the same row. So we have the Five of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Again, I think that this is another problem for you, Aries, because you get the Eight of Pentacles with me a lot. I'm pretty sure it's you, because I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I say to you that you need to like back up and see what you've accomplished. And I think this is the reason why. It's almost like, you have the opportunity to accomplish something great right now, but you could be basing your, it's like you could be basing something that you want to do now based off of the past, but it's like you have learned a lot more. You have been through this big, long journey. You've climbed to the top of the mountain. You have a lot more talents, gifts, skills, and abilities because of what you've been through. And I really feel like this is saying you need to stand on top of the world right here. You have the world. So you're on top of the world here, Aries. But I think you need to go accomplish something because it's like you're going to realize that you have everything you need. And probably like all your fears are just past fears. They're just fears based off of things that you used to not work out for you, but you're like in a different time. You've learned more. You are different. You have changed. You're older. You're smarter. Hopefully you're smarter, right? And I feel this is saying like you really need to go for something. I feel like I want to really motivate you in this reading because I feel like you are going to have to put in the work. Like I hate, people are always like, I'm tired. I don't want to put in the work. I'm like, oh, okay, then nothing will happen for you. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, I'm not here to, cuddle you and tell you like, oh, everything is going to be sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, right? I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. Life is work. It is what it is. But I want to motivate you because the result looks amazing. You're in the area of the good stuff. You have this pig spirit says use your mind wisely. You have this turtle spirit says slow and steady wins the race. I think it definitely has been slow. There's like a lot of learning, a lot of life lessons that we've talked about in the first part of this reading. So things have definitely taken their time. We are also definitely in a time where we have to use our mind. That's it. I was going to say wisely, but no, we just need to turn our brain on and we need to make sure to use it. So, I would make sure that you're kind of like thinking and using your brain at this time. You have the Sun, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. The Sun, of course, is the best card in the tarot. So, yeah, I think there could be a lot of happiness, joy, just good stuff coming in for you. The Sun is clearly shining on you at this time, Aries. So, I would get out there and, really work towards those goals, wishes, and dreams. You have the Three of Pentacles. I think when you're on the right path, you're going to find the right people. So Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. And anything you can do to work on a team right now is, of course, amazing. It's an amazing time for collaboration as well. So anything you can do to collaborate with other people would be a good idea. Again, even if you don't want to work with other people, like having an accountability partner or just a person you can bounce ideas off of, all that stuff is good with the Three of Pentacles. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is like equal give and take, and I do feel that you're entering into a time of more fairness. So if you've been working really hard and you haven't been getting the results you desire, then I think that the Six of Pentacles is saying you're getting better, more, kind of like more results for what you're working on. With the Sun, you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, definitely moving on to calmer shores. We see a lot of improvements in this reading, so again, I just think that you're kind of making some improvements. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. A Page of Swords is a card of curiosity and kind of like being curious and following your curiosity. So I feel for a lot of you, if you are becoming interested in working on new things, then I would follow your curiosity. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Magician. And the Magician says that you are kind of like attracting new things into your life, or you're, kind of like attracting what you want. I always pull the card that he's pointing to, which is right here. And you have this Capybara card. It says selectiveness, group bonds, and sway. So again, I think with the Three of Pentacles and also everything else here, that you need to be selective in the people that you're surrounding yourself with. And with the Magician, I would say the people you surround yourself with are going to affect your manifestations. So, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who can support you, who lift you up, and all that other good stuff. You have this Submission card. This card is kind of like the Eight of Swords. There's a bird and that cage door is open, and so the Submission card kind of says you are much more free than you realize, and it could be time to set yourself free just in general. You have this Publicity card. Yes, there is a ton of attention here. I'm telling you right now, like if you do anything regarding attention, or if you're on social media, or if your job is public facing or something like that, I feel like there is just a lot of attention coming in for you here. You have this Health card. Amazing Mercury retrograde for health. Again, it's retrograding in Virgo. It's going to go back into Leo, but still an amazing time for health. Leo season is always good for health. We have Mars going retrograde in Leo at the end of the year. And so, I think the end of the year is just a good time to stay healthy and make sure that you're doing the things that keep you healthy. You have this Order card. Mercury retrograde is an amazing time to bring order to your day or to anything that you're doing. So again, it might be a good time to come up with a new daily routine, or come up with new habits or good habits, and anything like that could be very helpful. And finally, you have this Influence card. I do feel like some of you, maybe this past connection was influenced by other people. And again, that could be what you're walking away from. That could be the toxic energy you're walking away from. It's like if you are with a person who is so easily influenced by other people, it's like, I've had people ask me that question as well. Like, they've been with people where their friend, convinces them to break up, and then the person wants to come back. I'd be like, hell no. It's like anyone who allows their friend, I always say, like, unless you're willing to allow someone into your bedroom with you and your partner, it's like, don't take advice from them, right? So it's like, if you're ever with a person where it's like their friends convince them to break up with you or leave you or whatever, hell no, is what I would say. So I feel like someone needs to hear that, plain and simple. It's like they're so easily influenced that they can be talked out of something that's good for them. F off would be my text response to that person. But thank you for being here. Really appreciate it, and definitely enjoy your week.